So let's jump into it, okay? Let's jump into it. There's one word we're going to look at, key word, all right. This word, depending upon how you grasp it, what you do with it, all right, it's going to depend upon how you see everything we do. Everyone have two sheets?
No. You need pages 124, 25, 126, and 127.
That's right. That's what it should be.
Yeah.
You have 124?
Yeah, I have 124. I need one. Sarah.
We have 124? I don't. That's it? You just have a certain number?
What do you need? I have an extra 126.
Here's 116? Perfect. There we go.
You have two?
I got it.
Yeah,
This is an extra 127. Of course, it's not a big thing. This is an extra 124.
Here's our number 126.
Okay, good. All right.
So we have 2 pages?
Yes.
Okay.
142 is where we're going. And even though 141 looks very, very attractive, right now we're just going for 141 and 142. Pardon me, 142, 143. Now, in order to help you this, all right, conditions, what are we saying about conditions? He calls them principles. Now watch. Conditions, since they have some kind of reality built into the nature of reality, he calls them principles. Watch now, one more step. Would you not agree that means built into the nature of reality, built into the very structure of it, with these conditions or principles, that is the source of goodness for those who can participate in it? Sure. Would you not agree, for anybody becoming involved in this, the necessary assumption is that to get into any state of enlightenment from 3 to 10 presupposes that if it is hierarchically arranged to that degree, there is a greater degree of goodness as you proceed up that hierarchical scale. Working back now, we can say then built into the very nature of reality, the very structure of it is the principle of goodness being dispersed under these conditions. Watch now. If each of these principles has a kind of unity, right? If it has a kind of unity, if we described it in such a way that you can identify the unity that each of these has, and you can then say it has a kind of an existence, and that very existence necessarily brings about a goodness, then principles of this kind are called deities or gods. See the steps? That's the way he calls it. So, if it has a unity, 1. 2, if it can be said to exist eternally, because it's the very condition for existence, right? Very condition for it. In other words, this entire universe could, for one reason or the other, collapse. So long as the conditions are still in place, another universe might very likely emerge, and the same thing could still be said in another universe. To that degree, then, we can say that this is something that is out of time, and in that sense it exists out of time, it's eternal. Wait a minute. If it has a unity, right, that's very interesting. Right? has an existence, has an eternal structure. Right? It is in principle displaying necessarily in its production a goodness that's worthy of the name of a God. Therefore, these are, we can call them deified principles. So with that, I'd like to just read, therefore, 142. The gods are present alike to all things. Not all things, however, are present alike to the gods, but each order has a share in their presence proportioned to its station and its capacity, right? And capacity, I'm putting in the word its. Some things receiving them as unities, others as manifolds, some perpetually and others for a time, some incorporeal, others through the body. All right, now watch, I'm going to go to 143. All inferior principles retreat before the presence of the gods, and provided the participant be fit for its reception, right? Whatever is alien makes way for the divine light, and all things are continuously illuminated by the gods. Because a range of these experiences is something that we have encountered previously as the divine luminosity, right? Now, look here, take a look at this cookie. Right? All inferior principles retreat before the presence of the gods. And provided the participant be fit for its reception, whatever is alien makes way for the divine light, and all things are continuously illuminated by the gods. Now, all he's going to do is give you 2 sentences to explore that. Did I hear something?
Yeah, and provided the participant be fit, is that provided in the sense that F is ready for?
Yeah. And you will read, therefore, the statement. Go ahead. For the divine principles, loud.
Oh, I see. For the divine principles are always more comprehensive and more potent than those which proceed from them. And it is the unfitness of the participants which occasions the failure of the divine light, obscuring by its weakness even that radiance. Is that the weakness of the participants? I'm asking, is that the weakness of the participants?
I would ask you
Obscuring by
whether,
its weakness
would
even-
you make the judgment, please?
Let's see,
Reread
and
it, please.
is the unfitness, okay. For the
Go ahead.
divine principles are always more comprehensive and more potent than those which proceed from them, and is the unfitness of the participants which occasions the failure of the divine light, obscuring by its weakness even that radiance.
Yeah, would you answer your question?
Looks like, yeah, it's the unfitness of the participants.
Keep going.
Okay. When the light is obscured